Any notifications going out? It's been a while, hasn't it? I gotta turn on some AC. Actually, let's open some windows instead. No. Brandon, you are number one. Number one. What's up, Grunt? What's happening, man? You're number two. You're the first place loser. The DOT got me, boys. The DOT got me. All these videos I make of me passing scales. And today, when I'm in a rush, boom, I get pulled in. Make sure I'm off duty.
You have 0 hours and 8 minutes of remaining drive time.
NC checking in. Right on. Christopher, what's up? There we go. I just didn't say anything. Okay, there we go. How you doing, Ralph? Christopher, thank you. That you're the winner then. Mississippi Holler, how you doing? What's happening, Big C? I just got to my 90, which happens to be my 01. So it's nice. I don't have to get a trailer cleaned or anything. I just got to wait for them to load it. What fake news? I got nailed by the DOT, boys. I showed the slip right there. Well, I'm not going to show you the paper because it's got all my address and information on it. They did a level 3 inspection, and which means I had to email them my logs. So they went through my logs, and then they went through all my paperwork. I passed everything, but the trailer didn't have the registration in the registration holder, which I knew that. I don't even look for them there anymore because on some of the new trailers, they don't even have places to put the registration because we can get it on our phone, the app on our phone. So I told the guy, because I had to go get, what did I have to get him? Oh, I had to email him the log. So I was going back to the truck, and he said, also bring me that registration for the trailer. I said, well, you care if it's electronic? He goes, no, that's fine. So I looked to see if there's a paper one. There wasn't. So I went back in. I went back in to give him the electronic one, and I have no data on my phone. So I go, by chance, can I get on your Wi-Fi? He goes, no, you're not allowed to. He goes, well, just go give me the license plate. How you doing, Kiana? He goes, go get me your license plate. I gave him that. That came back with nothing. So now he had to get up, go outside, and get all these numbers off the trailer and run the trailer that way. So all in all, I passed everything except he gave me a written warning about not having registration. What is it called? It's called, the violation was no registration in vehicle.
50400351
so
has been updated.
Yeah, Lotion Boy. So then he goes, I'm giving you this. He goes, you don't have to give it to Prime or anything. He goes, just send him the one that you passed the inspection. He goes, you did pass the inspection. He goes, we just have to give you this. He goes, I understand you guys do it electronically and we don't have a signal. He goes, it's not a big deal. He goes, but I still have to give you the form. So in the end, I absolutely got no trouble. He knew that it was just, you know, my service didn't. He said the only service that worked at their place there was Verizon, which is funny because that's what I used to have. But I finally got to a place where I have signal. I'm shut down at Tyson in Kansas, and I just dropped a trailer here, and I pick up a trailer here in the morning, or the drop dead time is morning. It's now till morning, but I got to do a 10-hour break, man. I can't keep sleeping 5 hours and running. This is nuts. I actually did an 8-2 split to get here on time. They didn't give me enough time to get here if I did a 10-hour break.
Has arrived.
Which is pretty, it's like, is my fleet manager trying to make me get... sorry about that noises, guys. I already sent in my bills. All right, let's see who's in here and what they had to say. Cool, cool, D. Hey, D. Alex. You, I don't recognize your name, so you know what you got to do. You got to hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, because it will be worth it one day. And I'm not going to ask everybody for likes this time. I'm going to see if I don't get a dislike, because it seems like when I ask you guys to hit the thumbs up, that somebody always hits the thumbs down. So I'm not going to ask for thumbs up, but I don't want thumbs down either. All right, let me get back to this. Oh man, I'm goofy. I'm so tired. Kiana, how you doing? All good with you? Good. Everything's good. I've been ran ragged the last couple of days. I don't know what's going on. It's like, I swear my fleet manager's like, they'll have 10 minutes to spare on that one. I literally could not stop and go to the bathroom to get here. And I had to run at 62 all the way here, so there goes my fuel mileage. Let's see. I should have, huh? I should have, when I went to give him the registration, I should have went, quack, 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 quack. Yeah, and I would have went into prison. Lotion blade. What's happening, Greg? How you doing? But I wanted to tell him, because I asked him after it was all done, I said, hey, let me ask you a couple questions. He goes, yeah, what's up? I said, let's say I was training a student and we got pulled into a scale like this, and, you know, is it okay for us both to come in? Or do you guys kind of frown on that? No. He goes, it's fine. He goes, yeah, you can bring anyone. I was just wondering if it was like a DOT thing, one person at a time or something. And then the other thing I asked him, I go, I noticed the one guy out there, he's running around everyone's fuel tank, dipping a stick in their fuel tank. What the hell is that all about? They were checking for off-road diesel, tractor diesel. I guess that stick would leave a dye on it. And I said, oh, okay. I go, I hear that's a big fine. He goes, actually, he goes, I don't know how other states do it. He goes, but here in Nebraska, he goes, we don't give a fine. We just turn it into the IRS. He goes, because all it is they're not paying taxes on it when they get the off-road diesel. I said, really? I said, so what happened? So apparently the IRS gets a hold of them, and I don't want to even know what happens then. What does that say? Phoenix Rising. How you doing, buddy? Yes, Ralph. I know. I heard you guys on Bag's feed. Or I was watching. I don't know when it aired, but I was watching or listening to a feed on the way here. Oh yeah, David thinks Chad's got porcelain skin and blah 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 blah. Man, you guys. What's happening, Bags? What's happening? Yeah, outlaw trucking without the paperwork. Oh man, or with a bad data connection. Hey, Bags, at least I'm gonna get $25 now for passing that inspection. What's up, Suede? Yeah, no kidding. A bottle of hand lotion. No? No, what do you mean no? What do you mean no? No, I get $25 for inspection. I know if I was leased, you'd get 100. No, because I don't have to, I don't have to say, he said I don't have to send that to Prime. He says it's just, he's got, man, shut up. Are you kidding me? Shut up. I ain't sending that in. He said that it don't have to be sent to, he goes, you don't even have to give this to your company. And he dropped it down on the table. And it's not returned by mail. He said it's no big deal. He goes, he understands that we're going electronic, and that my phone don't have a signal. I wanted to tell him, then what the frick's your problem? Let me go on your damn thing. Oh, man. Well, I ain't turned the damn thing in. It ain't my fault. How is it my fault that the damn trailer don't have paperwork? The new trailers don't even have a spot for paperwork. If you've noticed, brand new trailers, they don't even have the tubes on them. You're giving me a hard time, aren't you? Oh, I just got a stern talking to. Now, it wasn't even a stern talking to. I just didn't have registration for the trailer, and I couldn't give them the electronic registration because I had no data on my phone. They're in the middle of freaking god-awful nowhere. Boy. Yeah, don't get me fired up, man. I'm ready to send a message to my damn dispatcher. You better be. Well, I didn't send him that warning. The guy said you don't even have to give this to your company. He goes, he just needs it on his end that he told me about it. I just threw 25 out the window. Pick it up next time. Oh man. Oh, that's cold-blooded, man. Bags for a rich guy like you, 25 bucks out the window is no big deal. But that $25 could mean whether I eat or not eat. Okay? Smart guy. Damn, that's cold-hearted, man. Oh man, yeah, and you'd think they'd just have a guest Wi-Fi there so you can get on their Wi-Fi. It was in, I'll give you the exact spot. It was in, they were pulling everybody in, man. Location, Hebron Expressway. Mile marker 6 on F81 highway. Color of the truck, purple. 2020. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, because he said that, he goes, don't even, he goes, here, you can have this. He goes, I'll have to give you a copy. He goes, but you don't even have to give it to your company. Oh yeah, I guarantee you that, Lotion Boy. I just knew that I needed to learn before I go lease. I knew I didn't know enough to go lease. As far as, I didn't want to go lease running low miles because I was learning on my dime. You know, I wanted to run it on, I wanted to learn everything company, and that way I'm efficient at what I'm doing. I mean, hell, I've done 2 8-2 splits in the last week. I had no choice to do it on this one. If I didn't do an 8-2 split this morning when I decided to go, I would be late for this call because of stopping at the DOT station. Because I would have left 2 hours later. I'm going to go lease bags as soon as I make sure I'm not going to die. I'm in Kansas, Aurora, or what is it, Aurora, or something, Kansas. But anyways, damn it, I got his name and I forgot it already. Over there in, when I was in Nebraska, where the hell was I? It was my 90. I dropped, and God, I can't remember their name. He messaged me, wanted to take me out to breakfast, but at that time, I was waiting for them to give me a dispatch to get out of there, and they never did. He goes, well, if you don't, you end up at a truck stop, let him know, and he'll take me to a really good breakfast. Well, after waiting 2 hours and some change, he finally said, you know what, just go ahead and take your 10. I was 5 hours into my break already at that point, sitting in here waiting for it. So I was so passed out, I just fell over dead and went to sleep for 5 hours before I had to run again. So I forgot your name, but thanks for the offer. That was awesome. I would have loved to mention went to breakfast with you, especially because you're paying, man. I mean, damn, can't beat that. Bag latest SIDS was $50. Yeah. It's messed up. Well, yeah, miles don't. You're right. Miles don't mean anything when you're leased. It's that revenue that means something. It sucks. No, this warning they gave me. Yeah, he said it has. He goes, it absolutely does nothing. He goes, he just has to give it to me because it wasn't there. I'm gonna contact my fleet manager and ask him about that. What the hell? No, because then he'll say, oh yeah, if there's not a registration, call us and we'll fax one to this truck stop and you go pick it up. No, F that, I ain't even stuck. But then again, I picked up a brand new trailer and it had no barrel. Well, it wasn't even new, it was just a newer one. It had no barrel for the paperwork. And I sent a message and they said, yeah, just use it off your thing. We're not putting registration in them anymore. So, who knows? Yeah, it's all about the miles company, that's for sure. And it sucks because this week, doing the 34 at home to go see the doctor, and then it took a day to get out of Springfield, and then I sat. So basically, I was home 3 days this week. So I'm only running. Well, hell, what am I running? Running yesterday, like. Maybe it was, 2 days. I'm going to run 5 days this week, and unfortunately, I'm only going to get about a little over 1,800 miles because of, I've just been sitting waiting for loads, it seems like. How about the revenue, man? Nothing, okay, so you're an angel. Who's an angel? I don't know who you're talking about, man. I didn't say nothing that makes sense. I'm trying to get a load so I know when I need to sleep. I got 8 hours left on my 34 and don't know if I should sleep or stay up. Well, turn your alarm clock on. You'll be good. Ralph, it's David AT Hillside at gmail.com. They will fax what to DOT? Who's going to fax it? What's up, Lucas? All right, I'm gonna message my dispatcher and ask him about that because
you have 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Bags got me worried that I need to send that to him, and I don't want to not send it and then get in trouble for not sending it. Oh shit, where is it? Freeform. Okay, question. Got a written. Warning from DOT. He said I see what you're saying. Permits will fax anything you need. Takes 2 minutes directly to the office that's inspecting you. That's good. Oh, great. So I'm going to get fucking yelled at by... Oh. That means my dispatcher's going to yell at me. Damn it. I wish he would have said, can you just have him fax it to me? I didn't even think about that. See, this is why I hate not owning the company. I think I'm going to go back to being self-employed. Fucking, I don't like people to yell at me. I fucking hate it. I want to... Ugh. I have T-Mobile Phoenix. Oh, have fun on that Greyhound, Lucas. Oh, yuck. I hate Greyhound. You taking your puppy with you, Kiana? Your dispatch shouldn't yell. I don't know. No, leases. Okay, yeah, it's self-employed. I'd rather be the owner of the company again, like I was for the last 18 years. Nobody yelled at me. Anybody who yelled at me, I was able to just go click, shut up. Because this is what's going to happen now. I'm not even going to send it to him. Okay, this is going to play out a couple of ways. Number one, I'm going to send him the thing and tell him, oh, I got this warning. The DOT guy said, no, the DOT guy said, don't even bother. You don't even need to give it to your company. So I'm not giving it to him, and I'm not saying jack shit about it. If DOT sends them anything and they know about it, still, the guy told me don't even, he goes, here's this. He goes, don't even worry about it. He goes, I understand you had no signal. He goes, it's no big deal. It's just what we do. So I ain't gonna worry about it, because I just don't. I don't like talking to people on these freaking stupid Qualcomms, because you don't know what they mean when they reply, whether they're being an ass or not. Sometimes they come off as an ass and they're not an ass. Okay. I won't even have an issue with it. No, but I can see him coming off, and well, you should have had it faxed. You should have, and just come off with this whole long, and probably not. I just don't want to deal with it, so I'm not even going to send it to him. You know what it is? I'm really freaking tired, and I haven't eaten in freaking a month. It's my first. Couldn't even stop and freaking get something to drink. I just had a freaking water, man. The freaking last 2 loads have been killing me. No, Phoenix, I don't even. It's not even yelling like that. Not raising it. No, hell no. If I was on the phone and started screaming at me, no, not yelling like that. What I mean is just being like, if I sent that and he came back and he, said something that you just can't tell what they're saying. So I read a lot of shit into reading stuff. So I don't like, yeah, so it's like, no. Because if he comes back and, well, you should have did this, or you should have did that, you should have contacted, should have did it, it's like, man, should have, would have, could have, but didn't. I just, you know what it is? I'm freaking, I'm grumpy. I'm grumpy. The other day, I went to Blue Beacon the other day, and the guy opens the door. He goes, hey, there's a pallet back there. I said, really? Good, get rid of it. He goes, it's going to cost $5. I said, all right, that's fine. And just for the hell of it, I was like, oh, how do I pay for that? So I sent a message to dispatch. Hey, man, how do I, there's a pallet. They want $5 to get rid of it. And by that time, I never got a reply back. I went in, and they called Prime and said, okay, the wash is going to be this, and there's a $5 disposal fee for a pallet. And they approved it. I said, oh, okay, cool. That's how it's done. Well, about a half hour later, I get a message from dispatch. He goes, oh, sorry, man. I stepped out of the office. And he goes, but I would have said no on the, because I told him it's $5. Can I go ahead and just have them throw it out? He goes, I would have said no on the pallet. You just said no. So I wanted to reply, well, what the frick did you want me to do with it? Take it with me to the O1 and then have them go, we ain't taking this pallet. You need to go do something with it. And now I have to go find somewhere to put it. Because I've seen them signs before at distributors about having pallets on the truck. So I never replied to them because I was driving at that point. But I did later on. I said, that's okay. I made an executive decision and had them get rid of it. What's up, Seether? Chris, how you doing? No, he doesn't. Yeah, I didn't mean yelling like that. I mean just fucking Hisham, how you doing, man? It's all good. It's all good, Hish. I really episode about cartoon now. I guess call. You're crazy, Timothy. Puppy sleeping in the truck. Ah, hope you get a pink slip. Hopefully you get a pink slip. I don't know what that is. Hopefully you get a pink slip. The only thing I know that's a pink slip is get fired. Are you saying you hope I get fired? Channel's fine. Channel's fine on her own. Oh, she, okay, good. Alive on the ground. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, take a deep breath. It's going to be all right. Oh, yeah, no, I know, John. No, I had appliance repair. That it got refused to allow the fax to come in, and the line, and they told me the only thing they will allow faxes for are corrected permits for oversized loads. I couldn't send it in either. I wouldn't send it. Yeah, I ain't sending it in. The guy said, Dunny, I mean, he almost just threw it in the trash. He's like, well, he goes, you don't, I almost told him, well, why are you giving it to me then? Why are you even writing it up? What the hell's your problem, man? Why are you trying to get me in trouble? Call safety to find. You can call safety for anything. Yeah, Ralph, I'm chilled. How do you deal? The text, you usually read it and how you're feeling in the moment. Yeah, it's such a frustrating. You're right, man. You're right. Chris, they said be paid for this. Nah, hell no. Even if I was leased, that's Prime's crap. They paid for it. They had no problem paying for it. I never asked. One day I'm going to ask my fleet manager, when you said no, what did you want me to do with that pallet? I mean, I'm just curious. Because I'll tell you what, if I would have took it to the O1 and they would have said no, go up the street and dispose of it, someone would have been paying me to do that. I'm sure because it was just one, I'm sure wherever I went, they would have just thrown it out or took it or something. Maybe. Some of these places are weird. Cool, Chris. Go to Prime. Prime's a good place. Timothy. So you're catching up. Yeah, Timothy. I've been sitting here pondering life and letting the comments go. What's up, nerds? Shall we try and stimulate bags a bit? He disappeared. He fell out. He jumped out his window to go find that $25 he threw out. He jumped out the damn window. So yeah, now I'm stuck here. This load's got a drop dead time of... Oh, and it's got 3 drops. It's got the pickup and 3 drops, man. I hate those kind of loads. This has got a drop dead time of 8:30 in the morning. So after 10 hours, I'll call them, see if it's ready. I did that yesterday. My load yesterday became ready. It became ready like, I think it was just under 8 hours into my break. So once I just grabbed it, did a 8-2 split and ran here with it, because otherwise there's no way I would have made this with doing a 10-hour break. No way I'd have made it for doing a 10-hour break, man. Shall we also, okay, let's see. Chet pallets are worth money unless it's a regular beat-up pallet. Yeah, you get like $2 each for them if you recycle them. I mean, let me drive this 70-foot truck around trying to find somewhere to give me $2 for it. Now, I know, that's why I was telling the guy at Blue Beacon about that, and he goes, yeah, we had a guy bring in 15 of them. He gave us $5 each for us to get rid of them, and then we called the place, and I think they gave him a couple bucks each for them. The 25 was in pennies. Oh, man. So when was that video? The one I watched of him, it sounds like it was from yesterday, but it just barely popped up on my phone. Oh, you know what? I don't think I had data since yesterday. That could be why. It barely popped up on my phone like an hour ago. But I had to use this guy to make sure where I was going was going to be, because once I got fuel, it was all about the U.S. highways and state routes to get over here. Can you show me where you mounted your CB, and did you run the wire from the antenna already there? Now the wire's already there for it, and the mount and everything. All you got to do is you take, say you take that screw out and that screw out, and this face pops out, and then this has got a, that's holding a bracket already on there, and then you slide your CV into that, through the hole into that bracket, and put your knobby things on, and the wiring's already there. You just plug it in and you're done. Now this truck came just like that with this sunglass holder over here, but the sunglass holder just pops out once you take this cover off. It's got a tab on the back and it just pops out. And then I screwed my little doohickey thing there and tied that there, so the wire, I hate the wire hanging down. And that there is how I did my CV. But yeah, I think all the trucks come pre-wired for a CV. What's up, Cockroach? How you doing, man? How you doing? Now I heard on that Bags feed that I watched, I heard somebody say hit the thumbs up. Somebody said hit the thumbs up so it would go out to more people or something like that. Is that what the thumbs up does? Does that get your videos out there more? Is that why everybody wants thumbs up? Because I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what the thumbs up does. Oh, and I'm gonna piss somebody off right now. I am going to eat a piece of cotto salami, or fake salami, while I'm talking to you guys. I know this completely disturbs people. Really freaks them out. Watch, watch, watch. What's up, Balkan? How you doing, Mom? Michael, how you doing, buddy? Just listening at work, getting a chiropractor adjustment. Nice.
A new message has arrived.
I haven't eaten all day. I think last night was yesterday. It was yesterday morning. Yeah. It was yesterday morning. I had a sandwich. I made a salami sandwich. Went to bed. Got up and had to just barrel ass over here. No. I got up. Barely made it to the 01. And slept 7 hours. And then delivered, did an 8 too. Waited for 8 and then got here, so I haven't eaten. What's up, Richard? How you doing? YouTube algorithm. Okay, that's what the thumbs up does. Okay. yeah, Roach. Greasy fingerprints on everything. No, if you notice, I used my left hand, which is not my dominant hand, because I work the phone with the right, and I'll clean it up. All right, KDS, quit your freaking belly aching, you old baby. I seen all your comments. I was ignoring you on purpose, waiting for you to throw a fit. How you doing, KDS? I was just screwing with you, man. You always screw with me, so I was screwing with you. That was funny. I was waiting for him to throw a fit. You're picking up at in New York, living in Aurora. Put a cap off the day of the week. Yeah, nice. Yes, I'm stuffing my face. Hey, you guys, I lost 5 pounds since the last time I was at my doctor's. Like, this pay period has got 2 times I was home, for a couple of days. So this month, I mean, the pay period I'm going to do this month, because I've got 4 now, so I'm going to do that, is not really going to reflect running hard. Because technically I could have ran harder than I did if I didn't do the 2 home times. Oh, one time I had to pick up my medication, that's right. And then this time I had to go do the doctor thing. But it's still going to be $1,000 a week net, even with missing probably a good 5 days out of the month that I could have ran. Let's see. Increase figure. Okay. He's stuffing his face. I'm hungry. I had to work through lunch. Man, I've worked through breakfast, lunch, and dinner the last 2 days. Now I just had a piece of salami. Sure. No, I did, Katie. I ain't bullshitting you, man. I was screwing with you. In front of my ew, I'll keep that way off your new diet. Take my what, Timothy? Riverboat, how you doing, man? How's all the gambling going on that boat of yours? Will be a 5K gross week, which I haven't seen in a while, so I'm pumped. That's good, Vulcan. That's really good. How you doing, Sapulpa? Is that how you say your name? Trucking? I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, Riverboat. You know me. As soon as I see your name, I'm thinking of the white boat with the whirly thing with water going whirly around, from the old days. I don't take vitamins. I don't need vitamins. My doctor says you're not deficient in any vitamin, so taking vitamins would be null and void. How about them apples? My wife always tells me that, and one day she always goes with me to my doctor's appointments, because I always forget why I'm there or what the doctor says. And so she goes with me, and she asked, not this time, but a couple times before, should he be taking the da-da-da vitamins? She goes, no, his labs come back. His vitamin levels are great. So why, if you take them, they're not doing anything, which made sense to me. Damn, I wish I had a full phone holder I could put this on. I'd be making my ass a sandwich right now. All right, KDS. I guess I'm gonna block you then. Oh, I can't, can I? Oh, you're so funny, man. Best decision of your life. Oh man, dude, you're funny. Hey, KDS, why don't you, when you get out of TNT, why don't we team, man? Why don't we team? I'll loan you some lotion. What's happening, Terry? How you doing, man? Or, hey, wait a minute, Terry, are you a man or a woman? You could be either or, actually. Or do they women spell Terry differently? I'm caught up, Timothy. Literally, I can't go anymore. I'd be done, but I'm scared I'd be raped if I had to be honest. You're a man, Terry? Okay, cool. Just so I know who I'm talking to. So I don't call you man if you were a woman. But, damn, Katie, yes. Oh, man. I want to take this jacket off, but I just hate the way I look with just a t-shirt on. Definitely got to go get a steak or something when we meet. Oh yeah, no kidding. I've been wanting to try one of their steaks at the terminal. I've seen people eating them in the eating them out there, and they're nice. And, you know, they'll get it nice and rare. They look pretty good, man. I tell the guy, smother that with garlic and butter, and get your grill hot and sear it on both sides real quick, and throw it on the plate. If it's got to be mooing just a little bit. I want it to almost be bleeding, but I don't like when they bleed. After you kick my nuts into my stomach. Yeah, that's true. You might need to wait a minute to eat, you know. That when you get kicked in the nads, you get a kind of a stomach ache. I'm in Emporia, Kansas, at Tyson, picking up. I just dropped a load here, and now I'm picking up a load in the morning from here, which is nice. I don't have to fuel up a trailer or wash a trailer out. The guy's all, let me find you an empty. I said, don't bother, man. Here's my load I'm picking up. Oh, I've only been into Milan. I've never been to Fire and Ice. The only time, yeah, Fire and Ice probably has really good. I never think of Fire and Ice. The only time I was going to go to Fire and Ice, I met my wife there, and I went to Google to see where it was at, and it freaking was closed. It was on a Sunday. You know, Missouri, man, 99% of the stuff closes down on Sunday. Everything in my town is closed on Sunday. Everything. I mean, the town is ghost town on Sunday. Everyone's in church. Oh, shoot. There's Bobby Light. Gonna do me right. How you doing, Bobby? You haven't had a steak yet either. You know, every time I have a steak at a restaurant, I'm always disappointed. Me and my wife, that day we were going to go to Fire and Ice. We ended up going to some steakhouse. And I was disappointed because my steaks I make are so damn good. My wife makes she makes this garlic buttery paste that goes on them, and I have a flat top grill. I get that sucker super hot, boom on one side, big nice thick steak, and as it starts coming up, I boom it on the other side till it meets, and that's a nice rare steak. I'm going to, I think I end up in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to Oakwood, Georgia for one stop. And then I'm going to Lithia Springs, Georgia for number 2. And I end up in Atlanta, Georgia. So, you know, they're complaining about no freight in Georgia. I got 3 stops there. You'd think somebody from Georgia would be wanting to do home time and they'd send them. California, okay. Where are you at in California? Are you, I think you told me once before. You know, when I'm in these different states, I've got to be able to take a 10 to hang with somebody. Otherwise, I mean, I can always tell them I want some time off, but I would need to be taking a 10. Like that time where I just came from in Nebraska, I could have went and had breakfast with the one dude. I can't remember his name. I meant to write it down. It's in my email. But I didn't know I was going to be, by the time my 10 came around, I already had 5 of the hours gone where I was awake. And the night before I didn't, you know, that was when I left it. I was up all day and then up all night at the terminal or till 11, then drove all night till that morning. So I was already up for over 24 hours, and it was like, and then 5 hours I was only going to get to sleep. I just passed out, so I couldn't go do breakfast. Was supposed to start at Prime on the 8th of April. Found out I have the apnea and have to wait until the 22nd. That's a bummer, but you know what, Terry? You'll feel better using that machine once you get used to it. Mine, I got used to the first day, but some people, it takes a few days, a week or so to get used to it. But when I got contacts, I was used to them in a day too, so I get used to things real easy. Hey David, you have invented lotion covered Pop-Tarts. Why, Timothy? Did you put lotion on Pop-Tarts and eat them? Gross, man. You got a discount at Fire. Yeah, exactly. We get a discount at Fire and Ice. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go there. I'm in Kansas, Frank. They got some hot waitresses at Fire and Ice. There was this place that by my house that opened up, and it was around for about a year, and it closed up. It was called Tilted Kilt, and all the chicks were in kilts, but they were mini. And so if they bent over, the kilt tilted, and you got a show. Which I thought was kind of, and they were just basically in a bra, which I thought was kind of weird for a restaurant, handling food. But me and my wife used to go there. Emporia, Kansas, you're right, cockroach. Linden, Washington, you can't even wash your trucks. I found out. I got a ticket for 60. Jeez, that sucks. Yeah, that's what mine was a level 3. And he looked at my logs, man, and I'm telling you, I do my pre-trips off duty, and that's twice I've had DOT look at my logs, and never a problem. I do my pre-trip off duty and my post-trip on duty. Now that brings up a question. Where the hell has DOT been? Retired DOT. He hasn't been around for a while. Yeah, that's the thing, man. On my stops, I'm going to have to get to my first stop. I hope it's got parking there. Let's see. Driver will be held responsible for shortages if not done the washout at plant. What? That makes no sense. Keep continuous. Okay, there's that. I don't know if there's if you can stay overnight, but my first drop is on the 1st at oh, that's not my first drop. That was this drop. My first drop is on the 1st at 5:30 in the morning. My second drop is on the 1st at 10 a.m. and my 90 is on the 1st at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to need a big chunk of my clock to get to these places because, one's 60 miles from the other place, the other one's 40 miles. So yeah, I'm gonna need some time to get to these places. I hate multiple stops, especially as a company driver. They only give us $10. You spend I'm gonna spend a day making these 3 drops when I could have just spent, a little time dropping at the first place. Just a tad bit of pink on the inside. Man, you got that's medium rare. I know a chick that likes hers well done, like leather. It's like, well, I ain't making you a steak because you ain't wasting a good piece of meat on turning it to leather. She likes her hamburgers like that because I make some damn good hamburgers too. You're just in Nebraska? Ah, okay. I was in Aurora, Nebraska, I think, something like that. I was in Emporia. No, that's Emporia, Kansas. Oh, that's where I'm dropping this. And I picked that load up in Lexington, Nebraska, and I dropped the other one I dropped the one that came from Springfield that I repowered. I dropped that in Omaha, Nebraska. I knew it was a popular one. We're going back to Nebraska right now, then to Pennsylvania. Okay, I hate Pennsylvania. Gotta do what I gotta do. Well, Pennsylvania ain't bad in the summertime. I don't like it in the winter. I think all the weather's over, guys. Isn't all the weather over? Oh, thanks. Oh, that's KDS. I was gonna say, wait, Cockroach, you already subscribed to my channel. No problem, man. Everyone take care and be safe. Gotta run. All right, Suede, you were little, you had few words today, but that's all right. You hang out and listen to my banter. That's cool. You take care and be safe. Getting tested for apnea and using a CPAP machine saved my life. No joke. Yeah, nerd, same here, man. I couldn't drive more than 30 minutes without falling asleep. I was having breathing problems. They had me on oxygen, and they wanted to keep me on oxygen 24 hours a day, which was like, what the hell? No, they won't pop up. They won't pop up out of toaster. They won't pop up out of the toaster. Yeah, because the lotion will sear right into the sides of the Pop-Tart. Used one 10 years ago. Didn't feel I needed it anymore. I guess I do. All right, Richard. That makes sense. The old lady runs. You got to run too. She's probably. Get out of there. You got to come over here and go to work. Okay. Ozeret? Is that how you say her name? Ozeret? Our safety rating score is pretty high, so I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to get pulled over. They were pulling everybody in today. I mean, everybody. And if they didn't pull, if the lot got full back there, they were inspecting you right at the scale. The guy was walking out, dipping his stick. But hey, man, if you're a new subscriber, or if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, man. Mr. Shaftstick. If you get there early Sunday, ask dispatch if they need a repower. I'm that area, swap loads and keep it rolling. Oh, you mean at my O2 over in Georgia? It's a good idea. Let somebody else deal with all those drops. Yeah, they're giving me 2 days to get there. So, well, depending on when this load picks up, this picks up tomorrow, which is, yeah, maybe not. Tomorrow is going to be, what is the date? 30th. Yeah, they're 2 days, because if I pick this up 8 o'clock tomorrow, I got all day to run tomorrow. And then all day to run, because it's only 900 miles to my O2. So if I run 550 tomorrow morning, I'll have, you know, a day run to get to the O2, which will put me there. I run tonight, I run in the morning all day, start running in the middle of the night. Yeah, it'll put me there early enough to probably do a 10 or so. I'll have to actually put it on paper and see what's going to happen. Schuler, is that a truck? I'm going to Schuler. Oh, no, you're already at Prime. You're already at Prime, right, KDS? What the hell is Schuler? Is that a city? Oh, is that a city in Pennsylvania? I don't know what it is, man. Timothy's got to fly to work a bit. I'll try and bother you some later. All right, Timothy. I always enjoy your comments, man. They make my brain hurt. Give me a headache. Gotta pop all 15 pills. But man, I love you, dude. You're a good guy. What scale did they stop you for inspection? It was Hebron Expressway, Hebron Expressway way station off the 81 for no registration in vehicle. And he asked me at first when I first come up with, all right, there's no registration on it, but I'll give you the electronic, and my phone didn't have data. He goes, well, isn't this your trailer you pull all the time? I said, hell no, dude. I just picked this up a couple hours ago. I get a trailer almost daily. Yeah, you get a better, yeah, exactly. It was just not having registration for the trailer. There was no registration, no paper registration in there, which I don't even check for anymore, because on your phone, on the app, you go to My Truck, and it has, you hit My Trailer, and it has the cab card right there, everything, but I couldn't get a signal there. And I didn't think to call, I didn't even think to call permits and have them fax something over. Whether it they might not have let me fax it over either. Who knows? Yeah, he probably would have. They were really cool. And he even said that, don't even worry about this. He goes, you don't even have to give this to your company. It's just something we have to do. You know, it was a warning for me, not the company. Hey, Harmony, how you doing? Just got a message. DOT is doing an overhaul on a rural. Just don't know which rule. Probably the 30-minute rule. Okay. Yeah, which I don't think is. I don't care about the 30-minute rule. In 8 hours, stopping for 30 minutes, I would say only bothers me every once in a while, because I usually need to stop and use the restroom and you know, grab a coffee or something. So that's when I use my 30 minutes. What I want them to change is that 70-hour rule. That thing's BS, man. I'm doing good, Harmon. I'm doing good. Okay, it's a city in Nebraska. Makes sense. Meat plant is where we're going. Okay. Yeah, this freaking meat plant I picked up from this morning stunk, man. I think I got chicken on. Or it said beef round or something like that, but it was from Tyson. Tyson don't have beef, right? I'm in Kansas right now, in Aurora or something like that. Kansas. I hate not knowing where I'm at. It bothers me. Emporia, Kansas. Yeah, I'm popping all kinds of pills, man. Nah, yeah, it's just one's it's my medication I take every day to keep me from going loco in the Canoco. And the other one was a water pill for my leg. It's pretty much back to normal, but I figure one more and then I'll keep the other ones just in case it comes back. My leg swelled up. I had an infection in my leg, and I took a bunch of antibiotics to get rid of it. Once it went away, my ankle was still swollen, so they gave me the water pills. No, he said because he said you don't have to give it to Prime, and then he said this is just for you. So no, it doesn't. That warning's not going to Prime. And he said, because I understand, you know, everyone's going electronic. He goes, you know, it's just a bummer, because he was able to pull all the information up on his computer. He said usually by the license plate, but he actually had to actually use the VIN off the trailer. Oh, it was a scale. It was just a weigh station. They were inspecting everybody. And you know, I thought I read somewhere where the DOT was going to do a lot of inspections this month or in April. Maybe they're just getting... But I haven't been pulled into a scale in forever, man. And then, of course, it's one of those scales that didn't have the option of going through. It just said open, you got to go in. There was no... They didn't use the pre-pass. And then as soon as I went over the border into Kansas, it was the same kind of weigh station. They pulled me in too, but I just rolled over the scales and went. It scared me. It scared me when I got, because as soon as the tandems got on the scale, they gave me a red light. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. That trailer better not be heavy. It didn't say it was heavy. All right, Michael. Gotta go get cracked in half. Okay, so yeah, that is beef then. Yeah, nerds, but I mean, it's so easy to get that 30-minute in just by, well, so I don't know about you guys, but usually when I start my day, I got to do my business. You know, I don't have a coffee maker on the truck, so I got to get a coffee or something. Not always. I don't really drink coffee all the time, but I usually got to do some business, man, and that usually takes at least 15-20 minutes. And so you might as well pop in your another 10 minutes and get the 30 out. And I always do it after the 3 hours is up, because I don't want my clock to reset and then have to reset again. So I always go at least 3 hours. A lot of times I'll go 7 or almost 8 hours and do it. That's weird, because after I did my level 3, they told me that I had to send a copy to the company. Yeah, they gave me 2 copies. They gave me the one you send to the company, which I'll get my $25 for because it says passed, and then the one they gave me for the warning on the trailer. He said, you don't have to send that into the company. It's just for you. What's happening, Moda? How you doing, buddy? And I already sent it in, guys. I don't know if you guys do it. My trainer didn't. He waited till Tuesday and sent all his bills at once. Me, I scan my bills after the load's done. I'll already have my trip sheet made out, and I'll make it out when I'm doing a 10-hour. Like tonight before I go to bed, I'll make out the trip sheet for this next load. And again, I don't know how you guys do it when it's multiple drops. I always just put the 90s as a final destination. I asked a night dispatcher one time when I first ran across a double trip like that, and he said fill out a trip sheet for every stop, which I thought was redundant. I did it the one time, and then after that, I think I asked my dispatcher, and he said no, you just need the one. Close to your hometown, cool. They did a level 3 inspection, and they wanted the registration for the trailer. There was no hard copy in the trailer. I don't even check anymore because we have it on our phone app, but I happened to be somewhere where I didn't get data. So he had to look it up on his computer, which makes no sense. Like, dude, it took you 2 seconds. You had to put the VIN in, and it popped it all up. Why do you have to even worry about it? So if you go to orientation and they do a sleep apnea test and they find that you need a CPAP, they send you home automatically, or do they just rent you the CPAP machine and go from there? I don't know. I had my CPAP before I went there. They might have. I don't know. Who had the CPAP, and did they have you test before you came? They might have you test before you come. I can't remember if they asked me my weight and all that, or asked, I think on my application they asked if you've ever had one done, and I bet if you say no, they might start questioning it. I don't know what they do though. They might do it there and just have you wait. I don't know. Really, I can't answer that. Gotcha. I thought you were taking other pills because the dude. Oh no. That always reminds me to take my pills when I start getting excited. It reminds me to take my pill. I try to take them before I go to bed each night, but I sometimes forget, and I'm feeling kind of tired, so I know when I get off this, I'm going to make something to eat and crash, and I hate eating before I go to bed. Maybe I'll crash, wake up in a few hours, and or when I get up in the morning and eat. But that would mean I went 1, 2, that'd be 2.5 days without eating. That's not good. Ralph says yes, and I'm not sure what he's saying yes to. I might have said something, and of course, I don't remember. Don't forget to hit the like, everyone. David H. only got 28 likes. Thanks, Harmony. Thanks, Harmony. Maybe I won't get a thumbs down because I didn't ask. That's gay, my friend. What's gay? Starting a channel for live feeds, David. Starting a channel for live feeds. You're starting one, Cockroach, for live feeds? Needs to go on a motorcycle ride, but I'm tired of even getting it started. Oh, yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it's too tiring to go out there. I'm pretty sure if calm, cool, collected, dealing with the OT, they'll take care of you. Oh yeah, they were really cool. I mean, I was even on the, you know, asking questions and stuff on what they were doing and, you know, what they do and all that. And they were, you know, I asked him, can I ask some questions? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. You know, I was like, hey man, you know, if I got a student with me and they're kind of uncomfortable coming in here the first time, and I'm in the PSD stage where I'm monitoring them, can I come in with them, you know, and show them the ropes? Yeah, absolutely. And I asked, you know, obviously that's for your place, but is there any kind of DOT thing where it's like, yeah, just make sure you're not coming out of the sleeper, you know, and messing your brake up. But I was talking about during PSD, because I'm not going to break a sleeper, you know, coming in. What's happening, Kyle? How you doing? I put along thing for all the stops, city and code on the multiple stops. Yeah, see, I did that too, and then I did it, you know, I put the last one, and they didn't seem to care. Okay, so Junior's last student got his CPAP through Prime is what I think the answer to that is. Damn, why does my phone keep falling? Oh, because the curtains are in the way. There we go. Oh, water. I'm just having a hell of a time. All right, curtains are out of the way. Oh, I see what you're saying. The dog crap behaves. Yeah, my wedding ring's on my neck. Right here, my 2 wedding rings, and the one on my hand is a tattoo. I purchased my CPAP Prime. If you have a previous history of sleep apnea, they'll make you get the machine before I even get on with the trainer. Yeah, right. See, I had my machine for like a year or 2 before I came to Prime. With the PA, that's a good question with the PSD student. Yeah, because, you know, when I was in PSD, I got pulled into a scale, and I'm glad my trainer was sitting in the passenger seat, because when I pulled up and stopped, I couldn't see the light anymore. And then they pulled in for just, I think it was a level 3. They just wanted to see the paperwork. No, it wasn't a level 3. They just wanted to see the load paperwork. That happens sometimes too, where you just got to take the, or no, they want to see the cab card and your load paperwork. But he told me stay in the truck, and it's like, man, I want to see what goes on in there. See y'all later. About to hit the hay. Have a good night, David. Better take that blue pill for them lizards. Yeah, Katie, yes, you have a good one, man. Between the sleep study and the CPAP machine, I paid over $1,300. Wow, see, for mine, through my insurance, I paid $5 a month renting it, and I owned it after 12 months. And the CPAP, the test was $35 copayment. No, I've got one on my arm too. It's my wife's name with our anniversary date. No, I've got signal, I think. I would waste a Bluey on a Lutless. Yeah, I wouldn't waste one either, although I don't take them. Can you guys hear me still? Am I still live? It says everything's fine. Hello, anybody there? Knock, 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 knock. Damn, I think I lost you guys. That's weird. Never had that happen before. Oh, okay. Okay, you're there. All right, well, man, everybody was so quiet. Well, I'm caught up here. Oh, but... I just haven't been around for a couple of days. I got to go look at my emails and whatnots and see if there's anything in there before I go to bed. S11, loud and clear. Okay, good. Harmony, smart ass. No, I'm not. I lost my signal. Took you long enough. Okay. Yeah, man, I've been on I-80. I-80, you don't get signal unless you're at a truck stop where you can get on their on their Wi-Fi. And I've been at shippers and receivers. As soon as I leave here tomorrow morning, first place I'm going is to take a shower, man. I'm 2 days without a shower. I feel disgusting. But then again, I haven't went to the bathroom in 2 days either because I haven't eaten. Oh, damn. That's probably TMI, man. TMI. Crazy Bag's talking hiring freeze of prime. Yeah, I listened to his live on the way here. Georgia and Florida's got the hiring freeze. And then California and Washington, they're just two screwed up states. California, I ain't all surprised. They probably told Prime, unless you give us $100,000 a year, you ain't coming here anymore, or you're not training here anymore. I'm going to. Well, my load don't pick up. The drop dead time is at 8:30 tomorrow, and these places have a tendency to wait until about that time. So I'm going to do a 10-hour break, wake up, call them. Yeah, I got my thing. Call them, see if the load's ready. If the load's ready, I'll pick it up and run. If not, then I'll have to wait for it to be ready. Because my 10-hour break is going to be over. Hell, my 10-hour break's going to be over.
You have 0 hours and 44 minutes of remaining drive time.
At 11:30 tonight, so I'll be able to run. I'll be able to night drive if it's ready. My fuel stop is in. Oh, I'm getting fuel when I leave here. That 313 in East St. Louis, Illinois. Nice to know. Man, are you guys messing with me again? Someone asked a question, man. Well, I answer it. I had to start picking and choosing what I answer that it could be possible bullshit. I go on in Florida. Oh, I see what you're. Nice to know. All that information. Okay, the TMI. Okay, Motor. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I went on a tangent on that. Possibly get through your insurance way cheaper. Yeah, absolutely. If you got medical insurance, it's going to be the cheapest way to go. I ain't frozen, Ronald. How you doing, Ronald? I ain't frozen. I'm moving. Screen's moving. Am I really frozen? Is the screen actually freezing up and coming back? Or are you guys goofing on me? Well, I guess no one's answering, so maybe it did freeze. Oh, there it is. Okay, are they goofing on me, Harmony? Say hi to Freddy for the... No, I'm not saying hi to Freddy's either. You're screwing with me now. It does... Okay, it is timing out. I don't have it. I'm on my phone. There's no refresh. No, not what I see there. It just moved. Yeah, my head moves. You know, because I can freeze. I blinked. Never mind. Yes. I had to refresh me. Ah, okay. All right, Greg. Thank you. You have a safe trip also. Be good. See you next time. Okay, so I'm not freezing on your end, then it's their end that's freezing. Because normally when I freeze, the app crashes and I actually freeze on my screen and I have to restart the app. I have to restart the app. Oh man, I got chicken up there. Oh, I ate the last of the rice before I went on home time, I believe. Yeah, Georgia, I believe it's Georgia and Florida. They just have too many people in those areas, and I guess not enough freight moving in and out. And I mean, it's good they're going to freeze it, because if there's too many people and not enough freight, you're not going to get home time properly. No, man, I can't be spending money on food. I got food in the truck. I was going to say, well, I can walk across the street. Oh, damn, it's raining out. Oh, there goes my water again. Yeah, there's food joints around here. Or I can actually bobtail out of here on personal conveyance and go get food. But I don't want to spend the money, man. We're going to have a big, expensive bill on our truck that's in the shop. I don't know yet. They haven't called, but yeah, I don't want to spend any money until I figure out what's going on there. But yeah, no, I would take the truck if I was going to get something to eat right now, because I don't have a trailer on. Hi, Keith. I think he said hi already, so you might be goofing on me. Yeah, Georgia and Florida. I'm on my laptop 10 feet away from my modem. Problem not on my end. Yeah, John, but if it happened to only a couple of you and not everybody else and not me, how's it on my end, man? I don't know nothing about this kind of stuff, so I guess it could be. I haven't yet. They haven't called. But it could be just the injector, and they might be fixing it, because we already talked over the phone about an injector, and it would be about $550 if it's an injector. So they might call and say it's done, hopefully, because when I left there, the guy was inside the truck scanning it. So I'm hoping that means he was diagnosing it and they're working on it. He might have was only going to call me if it wasn't what we already discussed, which would make sense. Had a deadhead in Georgia to Dallas, Texas, 800, some odd miles. Looks fuel mileage bonus for me this week. Yeah, exactly. Nice, Zach. I've been getting fuel mileage bonuses on every check with this lightweight. The user. Orientation April 15th. I'm leaving unless something happens to April 15th. I'm leaving unless something happens to me on that weekend, because that's going to be the Monday, I believe. I'm leaving. I'll be in Prime all week the week before that. I'll be leaving that Friday, which is going to be the 12th. I'll be heading out with a student. Yeah, that's what the code says, and I feel bad for them because the number 6 injector is under the cowl. You know, the valve cover on this engine goes and then it drops down and goes underneath the cowl, and you know the injectors are under that valve cover. But then again, if you know those guys had a ton of Dodges in there, so they might be used to it. I started thinking, I hope they don't have to jack the cab up off the truck. That'd really be expensive. You know, like they're doing a head gasket on a Ford. Well, but then doing a head gasket on my Cadillac I had was the same way. Luckily, I didn't have to do one. Ah, I see. They were full. They were full. Man, I see guys on that pad that like freaking 8, 9 o'clock at night training which is in the summertime, that's the way to do it. When it's hot out. And you know what I'm going to probably have to do if I have to use the restroom? I'm probably going to have to walk across the street because the guard shack's right there and there's a big sign, no public restroom. So I doubt they have a restroom you can use here. That's going to be a bummer, especially if it's raining. I need to put an umbrella in this truck. Oh no, it looks like it stopped. Good. I'm not used to that kind of rain where it rains for a minute and just stops. You know, in California, it either rained or it doesn't. Rarely do you get rain and stop in a couple minutes. Now, I would recommend, guys, during PSD phase, stay off your phone, pay attention to the instructor, concentrate only on getting that CDL. Once you get the CDL, you can ask your instructor what he allows or whatnot. And then I would still recommend, once you get in your own truck, I would wait a little bit before you start doing any kind of videos. I'd concentrate on learning this nonsense before you do that. Which, if I would have started doing videos right on the get-go of getting my own truck, I would have had a bunch of breakdown videos. I'll start. I go in on the 8th on the 8th they'll get me there. On the 9th I start the training for me, and that runs through that Friday, so it's Tuesday to Friday. And they said that Friday I'd be picking up a student. I don't know who yet. I mean, I guess when I actually get in there, if any of you guys, I know a bunch of you guys kept saying, oh, train me, train me, train me. But if anyone's there at that time, going to be ready, we can hook up and you know, see about running with me if you want. Hey, Michael, how you doing? I don't know. It might be a little hard for me to get a student when, you know, we have our back and forth talk, and I tell them you're my first student. They might be like, no, no, I want someone with years. Although mine had 7 years, and I probably would have rather had a new guy, because the new guy would be trying his hardest to do a good job. And take a break, finish orientation as if he's a good guy, like I think he is. Oh wait, you probably said when you're going into orientation up here. Let's see. You were going in on if you're going in on the 8th, yeah, so you're going in on the 15th. If you're going in on the 8th, that would be perfect. That would be perfect, because that Friday you'd be ready for a PSD, and I'd be able to take you. But I can't take a week off. I'm already not getting paid for that week. Yeah, he said that you can talk. You know, you guys can talk to each other and everything. That, yeah, you can interview them, and if you think it's not going to work, you know, you don't have to take the student. And I'm sure if, you know, like me and someone here said, okay, let's try, you know, let's do it. I'm sure that student could say, hey, I want to use this guy, and he said, yeah, he said that's cool. They would hook us up, because, you know, what's the difference of that compared to just randomly pulling one out of the hat, or one that test you're compatible with? Has anybody been through PSD already and done that test? Because we did that test like the day before, I think on a Thursday, and that thing, I was the last one to do the test because I didn't know it was mandatory. And I watched a couple other guys do it. I was like, I'm not taking that thing. That's a freaking psych test. They're evaluating you on what kind of a psychopath you are. You know, and freaking and then they told me I have to take it. I think I took it that Friday morning. And yeah, by the end of the test, you're like, being a good employee is not that important, because you have to say saving your co-driver from drowning is more important. You know, it's like, it's a BS test, man. And I might be leased by that time too, because my plan is trying to make it to where I'm going to go lease at that same time and get my truck that Friday. Now, there's going to be a truck waiting for me there, and I'll look at it, and if it's going to be a good truck, I'll just lease that truck. But otherwise, I might wait and get a Peterbilt. Oh, top fuelers. Let's see who I gotta wait for it to come in on my Qualcomm. Let's see if I made top fueler. There ain't no way in hell. All those top, there it is.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
And why is being a top fueler an important message? Those important messages make me get out of bed when I'm sleeping. Nope, not in. I was only in top fuelers one time, and it was when I ran California end to end, or Southern California, you know, like Fulton or Colton to Washington, I think is where I went. A couple folks under 1,500. Steve Baker, yeah. Okay, the top fueler, 9.58 miles to the gallon. The bottom one, the fifth place was 9.2. I'm barely breaking 7.8, but I'm getting a fuel bonus. Where am I at? Okay, great looking to get into trucking. Okay, I'm great looking to get into trucking. Just trying to figure out all that good stuff. Yeah, it's good to research before you do it. I won't be killing until the week of June 23rd, June after, and some graduate. Nice harmony. You can go over the road solo for a week until I'm ready. Huh, didn't think about that, John. See, sometimes I don't think about things like that. I'll have to ask my fleet manager if that's, well, I don't know if they go, because they were like, you got to take a student on Friday. Yeah, when it gets closer, we'll see. I will be bypassing phase 1 since I have my CDL. John, are you doing PSD and TNT, or are you the one who emailed me saying they're just doing TNT? And because they were, that would be sweet. My first student, somebody that's been driving, somebody emailed me and they've been driving, they've had a CDL and was driving, but they were off for a while, so they have to do TNT, I guess. I'll be bypassing phase 1 since they're on CDL. Okay, I'll be coming out at a school with my CDL. So we'll be looking for a TNT instructor. Okay. How did I pass? Oh, you mean because I don't think about stuff and I forget stuff? Is that what you're talking about, Kyle? I'll answer that. I'll answer that if that's what you're talking about. I must drink Mountain Dew. Yeah, I must drink Diet Mountain Dew, remember? Waiting for my drug test to come back for night. Okay. Keys, Ripper, you don't have to be back yet. That was me if I came to Palm. Oh, okay. Both PSD and... Oh, okay. So I'm waiting on Kyle to answer if he was wondering how I passed. Okay, it was. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of times when I'm talking to you guys, I'm half asleep. Yeah, okay? And when it comes to train, you know, like going to the class, I study and I concentrate. But I mean, I still have a little bit of hard time, just because I'll read something and I'll have to read it a couple of times to read it. But I'm not as dumb as I come off on here. You gotta remember, I'm half asleep whenever I'm on here. Or it's, you know, it's something that really doesn't matter, so it's like, you know, whatever, you know, I'm leaning toward priming, talk with Crazy Bags a little, and Chad just want to figure out which I want, company or lease. Yeah, Michael, Prime's a great place, but myself personally, I think everybody should go company for a little bit, because you can always change to lease. But you can change from lease back to company. The problem is they defer that first week's payment, so you'll still have to pay that payment and anything that might happen to the truck, you know, when you're out there. So I think get out there, learn how to, you know, learn how to run by yourself, and then do it. Because even though you're getting trained, you're probably getting trained pretty good, there's still things that you might not realize that you're doing, because you know you have somebody right there, but yet when you're going to go by yourself, you might be weak at it. You know, who knows? But I mean, I guess if you're just kicking ass by yourself, you know, and the trainer's, you know, telling you everything you need to know, then, you know, you might want to go to lease right off the bat. And you got to have some business sense. But I'm hoping my taxes are going to be done by the time that comes around too. My business taxes have been sent to our accountant in California already, and she's doing them. I'm praying to God I don't owe any money. We always paid quarterly, and every year we would break even on federal and like owe the state anywhere from $20 to like $1,000. I hope we're not going to owe them $1,000, because not having that business, you know, having the business, you just run an extra call or two, you know, each day, and you make up that money. Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, definitely company first, man. Because you can make decent money doing company first. Like my first couple weeks at Prime as company, I think I wasn't bringing in much, because one, they weren't really running me that hard, and I think it's because it could have been the fact that I almost screwed up on my first load, which was a multiple stop load. Why would they give somebody new a multiple stop? Well, my fault, because it was driver's lineup, and driver's lineup always gives you choices. Hey man, this is what I got, what do you want? And you can even tell them, I don't want none of those, I'm going back to bed, I'll call you in a couple hours, you know. You're probably saying you notice that a lot of times I'm tired, and not that I'm stupid. Thanks. Show. Wait. Okay. All right. I don't know. You feel guilty? Oh, you want me to feel guilty? Is that what you're saying? I kind of did when you said that. I kind of thought he's probably just saying that to make me feel guilty. Yep, David, I'm going company first, KLM, and when I get to Prime, then I'll go lease. There you go. It's all good, David. You don't come across dumb. You come across as a little crazy. Yeah, I'm a little goofy. One of the problems is I'm really an unfiltered person, but I really try to filter myself on here. I mean, if we were in person, or if I knew I was going to delete the video and I knew it was private and no new person was going to pop in that haven't been talking to me for a while, I can let my hair down a little bit. You know, this piece right here would go down. And I'm really an unfiltered person. You know, I'm kind of like Chad Rich. I don't cuss as much though, just because owning the business, you can't cuss in front of customers or anything. So I kind of lost the cussing. But I can say some pretty colorful, off-the-wall things. You're right, David. Make mistakes on Prime. Absolutely. Like I made the mistake of, I guess, when I was putting the fuel in the truck in negative 20-degree weather. One, when I pulled it out and the fuel was kind of jelly when it spilled on the floor, I should have immediately doubled up on the anti-gel and dumped a whole bottle of 911 in there, you know, in each tank. But I thought, okay, the anti-gel is going to take care of that. Then I should have thought, well, David, you're driving 10 feet and shutting this truck off. It's not going to have time to mix with that fuel. Well, I realized that, so I tried running the truck for a while, but I was tired, and it's, you know, the truck wouldn't idle. So, hey, you know what? It's on you guys for not letting these trucks idle. Now they're letting them idle for that reason, is when it got that cold, these trucks were having problems with batteries and gelling and everything else. That was $1,200 that would have came out of my pocket. He isn't dumb and all, but yes, a little crazy. Okay. I mean, I will never go lease at KLM. It's 5-year contract. Never mind, I'm back. Uh-oh. Guess you couldn't sleep, huh? Damn, how about you guys, everyone saying I'm crazy, man? What the hell? Well, these are crazy pills. That's what I call them. And when I'm, you know, when someone's pissing me off, I'll tell them, hey, man, you need to just mellow out or I'm going to freaking puke up my crazy pills. I'm going to cough them things right up. Just remember, Mr. Hey, we're watching you. We know your every move. Okay, Lotion Boy. Number one, if you were a Prime official, you would have an avatar. Okay, stuck between going lease after TNT or company, damn it. I would do company first, KDS. Learn, make mistakes on their dime. I was standing in the lease line, and after talking to her in lease and knowing that it was going to be a little bit of wait, I was already off 10 days. I decided, you know what, let me get through a winter as a company driver. And then I'll have the health insurance, which I needed to go in, or my health insurance was starting that day. I could have just did a Cobra account so it carried over. But I needed, my leg was all jacked up, so I needed to go in. Well, I appreciate that, John. I really do. Yep, KDS, Honest David, my favorite out of Chad and Crazy. Mostly because he's funny and informative. Crazy's informative and Chad's funny. I'm both. Okay, thanks, KDS. What KDS doesn't know is I'm going to kick him in the nuts when I meet him the first time. You better be wearing a cup, man. I'm going to do it with love, though, okay? So don't punch me. That's what I was thinking on. Oh, man. Suppose Prime wanted you to throw the pallet off at a restaurant. My fleet manager, I wouldn't doubt it. If I got a hold of him, he probably would have said, just throw it out in the parking lot of the truck stop or at Blue Beacon. I was at a truck stop. My fuel stop was right next to a Blue Beacon. It was so cool. Because I had planned going to that Blue Beacon, and when I got my fuel stop, it was like, wait a minute, that's at the same exit. And it was literally in the same parking lot. Let's see the video. What, you want to see the video of me kicking him in the nuts? I'll have to film it. If you go lease and if you don't like it, you can always go back to company. Yeah, you can, Harmony, but you've got that $1,000 or more truck payment that you got to pay, because they defer unless you stay there a week and just pay it all off in that first week. Otherwise, it's risky doing that. Two reasons. One, you got to pay back that loan at $30 a week. And two, God forbid you rub the truck somewhere, they're going to charge you for that. And from what I understand, you don't pay that. You don't pay that weekly. It comes out of your check. So if you did that, you could run your whole lease out, and then after you're at the end of your lease, let them take it out of that big chunk of money they're going to take from you, give you back at the end of the lease. So myself, personally, I would do it the other way around. What's up, truck driver? How you doing? Kyle, are you asking me if my nickname is David? Crazy is the new normal, bro. Like, crazy is the new normal. Yeah, Crazy Bags is kind of just a normal dude. Did he used to be crazy? Will they let you pick the color? I don't care about the make or model, just want a blue truck. Yeah, if you go lease, you can pick your truck. If you go company, they're going to assign you a truck. But I have heard guys looking at the truck and going, you know, do you have a different one? And then if they have it, they might let you swap it over, but they might not, because it is paperwork for them. But I know guys that have, you know, this is an old truck, I don't want this old truck, it's falling apart, and, you know, talk them into it. I guess it depends on how they feel that day. Oh, John says, hey David, does prime company drivers have to drive the lightweight trucks, or can they get a condo? They want you to drive the lightweight trucks. That's why they offer you the other extra 5 cents. But no, you can ask for a condo. And if they say, well, when I asked for one, they pretty much said, okay, but you might have to wait a little longer. I waited a day and a half. But if they try to tell you, oh, well, no, you're a company driver, just tell them you can have your wife driving with you sometimes, or tell them that you're thinking about training once you can. But when I called leasing and asked them, because my recruiter said, no, you have to have a lightweight. And when I called leasing, she's like, no, you can have a condo as long as you know you're not going to get that extra 5 cents. I already told Rob about the lock at those colored... Oh wait, I already told Rob about the look at those colored people comments. Now you're kicking us colors in the nuts. Man! Speak for yourself, I'm a woman. What's up? Oh man, David H. I actually, KDS, I don't even like that word colored. That word bothers me. It really does. Because it reminds me of back in the 60s and stuff, where there was a lot of racist people. I know there's still a lot of racist people, but they're more PC about it nowadays. No, let's see. I'm in the drug screening place. Oh wait, I'm at the drug screening place right now. Okay. Have fun with that. Make sure your pee's warm. They'll take the temperature of it. I'm so confused, Harmony. Sorry for whatever I did. Yes, you derp. Nothing much. I'm done for the day. Washing my concrete truck out and heading home. Cool, man. Almost home. Almost done and home. Yeah, wash it out good, man. You don't want to come back tomorrow and it's got a big gob of goo in the bottom that's making it lopsided. Your nickname is Little Crazy. Little Crazy. Headed to Springfield going lease. Go, big trucker. Yeah, I'm behind. Plus, want to bring my lab mix, but he is over the weight limit. Are you going to lease 1-year-old trucks so you have a truck that already has a stack of cash built up on it? I'm going to try to, I want to try to lease the, yeah, like that. But I'm going to talk to them about it because, you know, we'll see. I should have leased Big Dirty. She only had 6 months left on her. But it might not have had any money on it either if it was a company. No, it was a lease truck because of... It was out there for... No, it could have been a company truck because it had... No, it had to be leased. It had two, or at least at one point, it had 288,000 miles on it. And it was 2 years old when I got it. So, you know, if you run hard, you'll do 125 as a solo guy. So, yeah, he might have only been leased for a little bit then. Built a tire fund the previous driver paid into, or are you going to lease a new truck? I'm not, yeah, I'm not sure, Tater State. Oh, you must be from Idaho. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'm gonna make it worth you. I'm gonna make it worth your while, guys, when I hit 1,000 subs. But I've got to hit 1,000 subs before. What are we right now? We're in April, May. Before June 1st. I'll give 2 months. What is lightweight? A sissy. You know, a little lightweight, can't take his booze. Oh, you mean the truck? The lightweight truck basically doesn't have the bed is like 3 inches narrower. I got a bunch of baby wipes on my bed, but it doesn't have cabinets in it right there. You know, the condo has cabinets right there, so the bed's farther back. The bed's basically right at the seats, and you have them take the seat out so you can put your refrigerator and stuff right there. Now, I quit putting stuff away on this truck because I know I'm getting out of it, and all your cabinet space is up there. Now, those cabinets up there fit everything I had in the cabinets on the condo. And it's got a little bit smaller of an engine, so, you know, it's a little bit wimpier. With leasing, if you turn down the truck they show you and wait on the one you want, they stop paying you. Absolutely. Anyway, if you turn it down, they're going to stop paying you. Absolutely. They might even not house you anymore. There's still racist people out there. Yeah, there is, unfortunately. I mean, it's sad this day and age. It really is sad. You see that dude got lynched in his tractor in North Carolina? They hung him. I seen something about that. I didn't read the article. Yeah, it's kind of jacked up, man. Was it a black dude? No, don't tell me it was, because that's like freaking major. What state was that in? I'm staying out of that. North Carolina? No, that can't be. I'm being serious about that too. Really? And no, I seen something about that, but I didn't read that he was lynched. I thought he was like shot or something, or you know, thrown in there and left for dead, like they robbed him. I didn't read the article. I think I was going to bed. I'm not far back. I'm caught up. Although that message might have been from an hour ago. Yeah, he was a black dude, 22 years. Well, that's freaking sucks, man. That hopefully it was at a truck stop and they got oh, thanks, Tater. And they got video of him or something. Yeah, when I'm that far back, Harmony's able to answer my questions before I do. Oh man, that's funny. I got a video I got to put out with all the apps I think you should have as a, you know, in PSD and in when you go solo, or PSD, TNT, and when you go solo. And I also got all the stuff, I think all this stuff and all this stuff. I'm going to do another video on what I think you should take on your trainer's truck and on your truck when you go solo. Yeah, not 2 pages or a page and a half worth of stuff to go on your trainer's truck. Cops ruled it a suicide. Oh, really? Okay, well, that makes me feel better if it was a suicide, because it's like, man, so then it wasn't a lynching, it was a suicide. When you say lynching, I'm thinking freaking KKK getting involved, man. Well, at least try, okay? There you go, Harmony, not bad. Better make sure your girl is pure for the funky cold Medina. Yeah, no, get it, but there's devious signs of foul play, and his family wanted to okay. KDS, sad deal, yeah. Feel sorry for the family, absolutely. What's up with Prime not hiring? Is it for everyone? MD, it's just in Florida, Georgia, because right now there's just not enough freight to accommodate the amount of people coming out of there. And then California and Washington, it's something to do with the state and and whatnot. So who knows what's going to happen with those states, if they're going to work that out or not. But Florida and Georgia, I would think, is going to come back, because you would think Prime would start looking into more companies out there to pull for, or get more trailers in there. A lot of places I go, they beg me, can you freaking call Prime and have them send us 5-6 more trailers? A lot of places I go, and it's like, well, I mean, I'll send it to my fleet manager, but what am I going to do? Yeah, Kyle. Are we talking about the dude that was shot by a lot lizard? No, it's some dude that hung himself in a trailer. Yeah, you're in Arizona, you're good. You'll go to Salt Lake City and train there, which is good. You want to go to Salt Lake, you don't want to go to Springfield, in my opinion. Because Georgia and Florida has a hiring freeze. But in Salt Lake, to upgrade, you don't have to do a logs class. So I highly recommend that after you upgrade, the first time you get a chance to go into Springfield and do a logs class. I think they're every day from 2 to 3 or something like that. You'd have to call and ask. They do a log. I think they do them every day, and they're like an hour and 15 minutes. Only a few states, what I hear. Okay, no, not the dude. Yeah, I'm caught up, guys. I'm caught up. And I got 32 people, 32 likes. Boom. No one has anything to say when I catch up. And then all of a sudden you have everyone has everything to say at once. Bravo, yeah. I picked up my truck today, but waiting for APU to get installed. Oh, okay, you got a brand new truck then. Rolling for time. If you're not subscribed, I hate to tell you this, but I mean, I think it's normal for someone. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, ring the bell, rolling. But I think I might have seen you in here before. Explain 8-2 split, give us a quick class. Okay, basically, the way I know it, I know you can do a 2-8 split, but I'm not sure how that works, is you go into sleeper, you have to be in sleeper for 8 hours. And then what you'll do, let's say, like, I'll give you my example. Yesterday when I went to my 01 to pick up a load, I had a fresh clock. I used 3 hours of drive time and 3 hours on my what was it, and 2 hours or something like that on my no, because yeah, your 14 runs down, yeah, whatever it was, 14 runs down, okay, yeah, okay. So when I shut down, I wanted to do a 10-hour break. The problem, if I did a 10-hour break and I ran all the way to my 90, which I had a fuel stop, so I had to account for that, I would have been playing with about 20 minutes of leeway to get here, which I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been late because of the DOT stop. So what I elected to do is I elected to do an 8-2 split. So in 8 hours of sleeper berth, my 14 came back, and I still had that drive time. It's there. So basically now I could run. I had 7 hours and I think I had 7 hours and 28 minutes or something like that. So I ran over 3 hours. I had 7 hours and 28 minutes on my drive clock and like 10 hours on my 14. So I ran to here, which burned me down to an hour left, and I got here in plenty of time. So that's how your 8 hour came back. Now, if I wanted to, you can go, like, you know what? I should see what happens in 2 hours. It might have been 2 hours already. Let me see. So now you can do your 2 hour break either in sleeper or off duty. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to get back. So I had 728, let's say. So you'd have 8, 9, 10 hours and 70 some minutes. I mean, 10 hours and You know what I'm trying to say. You're gonna get. I think you're gonna get. I'm gonna get back what was gone, what would have been added if I did the 10-hour break. Now doing the 2-8 split. I don't know how that goes. Time, how you today? I think that Chad student. Rock and roll for time. Oh, how are you today? I think that Chad student. I'm doing good, but I don't know. Are you Chad student? Is that what you're saying? Jason, is that you, bro? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Rock and roll, Jason. I subscribed to your channel. Okay. After hiring the guys, we rethinking the entire hiring process. Shut up, Prime official. You're gonna get friggin' time you got the track. Yeah, okay, rock and roll over time. Prime official. Okay, get this guy out of here. He's doing it 7th. You know what I mean, KDS? I'm half freaking asleep, dude. Give me a break, man. I've been up for like 24. Yeah, I've been up for freaking a day and a half, and I got like 8 hours sleep. Yeah, okay. KDS is KDS is a punk. We'll get rid of him before long. Yeah, he's an outspoken dude, ain't he? So that damn millennial in him. Prime's not hiring. No, Prime's not hiring out of Florida and out of Georgia, California, and Washington. They're hiring from everywhere else. I know I was talking about David. Oh man, KDS, he got you, didn't he, man? This Qualcomm takes forever to turn on. Okay, let's see what I got here. Okay,
you have 3 hours and 54 minutes of remaining drive time. You have 47 unread messages.
I've been off duty now for. I've been off duty now for. Come on, open up, you big dummy.
You have 3 hours and 54 minutes of remaining drive time.
I've been off duty for 2 hours and 10 minutes. It gave me 3. I had 55 minutes when I got here left. It gave me 3 hours and 54 minutes back of, let's see. Okay, it gave me 3 hours and 54 minutes back on my 14 hour. Because that's what I had when I got here before I dropped and everything off duty. Now, it did that because that DOT sucked up, because I had more 14 than I had drive. And I got 4 hours, 29 minutes of drive time back. So, yeah, that's what it did. So, it gave me back what I would have had. So, it works the way I thought it worked. It's hard to explain, though. Okay. Suppose you're going to sell your horse so you can go lease. I want to sell my horse so I can get a beater car and then, put some money away so I can park it at Prime so I can go home. Now, if I go lease and I don't have a student, or I have a student that I'm not freaked out about, I can just take them home with me, but I'd rather leave them in the truck because with the student, it's only going to be like for a 10-hour break or something like that. I'm not going to make a student, unless for some reason we have to do a 34-hour reset and we're at Prime, then I would do it. But I also, when I don't have a student, if I'm leasing, I can just take the truck home. I don't really need a car, but it's, we'll see how that plays out. And we have 3 horses, so we don't need 3 horses. I don't think it's going to be permanent out of Florida and Georgia, but California and Washington, those states are screwy as hell, especially California. I wouldn't doubt if one day Prime says we're not even going to pull freight into those states because they're so bad. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? The student will still get paid if you go home. He won't mind. Yeah, but he's going to mind because now it's going to just take his time longer to get done. Because I did a lot of setting. My trainer, every time we went... Ooh, I almost said what state he's from. He did a lot of overnights at home and things like that. and he would just leave me in the parking lot. And it was at a truck stop that we didn't have free showers at, so I'd have to pay for free. I'd have to pay for a shower there. And get this, when I'd pay for a shower and eat there, now I had enough, you know, over $20 spent, so I'd give him the receipt, so he'd get free parking when we left the next day. You'd think he would have paid for my shower, but whatever. 2020 International, cool. I don't like the International because of how narrow their cabinets are. And what was the other thing I didn't? Oh, it doesn't have a pull-out tray to, you know, use as a desk. Oh, and the biggie, you guys, if you were on my live when I got in one, the freaking Qualcomm, you can't see it when you're driving. How are you going to use the GPS on it? You can't. It's facing, it's almost in front of the passenger seat, and it's facing the passenger seat. I would make them move that thing. Beater? Why? You don't like the word beater? It's a beater with a heater. How you liking it? Okay. Your trainer left you in the parking lot just like your mom used to. Fuck. Oh shit, Jeff, you're gonna turn into KDS, huh? Prime official fun hater. Not okay. It's in the shop. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, did you notice where that Qualcomm was on that International? And you were okay with that, huh? I mean, even doing anything with that Qualcomm, you have to disconnect it and bring it over here to where my Qualcomm, when I'm sitting in the driver's seat, all I got to do is turn my head, and there it is. Turn my head back, and there it is. And, you know, when I'm driving, I'll just glance over at it here and there. But usually I just listen to what they're saying. But sometimes you need to see the actual street coming up because there's, you know, two of them right next to each other. Hello, Angel. How you doing? No hater, just concerned with some of these weird drivers. You know, Prime Official, you would have had me thinking to where twice if you would have had a Prime, you know, a Prime avatar. What you can do, you just take a, you know, cut out crop a picture of Prime and just put it there. I would have been like, uh-oh, somebody check that and see if that's really Prime. Training is like, I can't remember what I signed to it. I think it's like $4,700 or whatnot. But if you stay at Prime for a year, it's free. And they no longer prorate it. They used to prorate it, so if you stayed there 6 months and wanted to leave, you'd only pay half that school. But now, if you could be there 11 months and leave, and they'll charge you for the whole school. Training, you got a week of orientation, 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how well you pick it up at PSD. And then 30,000 miles of TNT. The 30,000 miles of TNT you're being paid for. You're now a Prime employee. And that depends on how hard your trainer runs. My trainer, he drove his whole shift. I drove my whole shift. So we knocked out that 5,000 miles quick. Yeah, that GP, that freaking Garmin, I hated that thing. I had it for like just under a month, and I took it back, and I had the same one. Number one, it doesn't give you interstates and highways. Well, it might give you interstate when you're getting off onto like US 65. It will tell you exit at Springdale Road or whatever that US highway's named, and that bugged me, man. And it didn't tell you where a lot of the way stations were, especially on the east, you know, out east. But I ended up going back to the Rand McNally. I liked the way it worked a little better. It was a easier user interface. And I just liked it better. But I'll tell you what, KDS, or wait, no, not KDS. Rolling for time. Did you have the Qualcomm GPS on your trainer's truck? I'm official worried about us, but move friends in a truck with the trainer. Just everywhere and month-old food in the dash. Go get him out of it. Ew, gross. Okay, if you've never used the Qualcomm GPS, you don't know what you're missing, but let me just tell you what it does. Number one, you can find washes, just like the Garmin, in your route or near you or anything like that. That's number one. That's a nice feature. Number two, it actually, when you get a dispatch, oh, here, let me show you. When you get a dispatch, we'll go to whoops, I'm showing my face. Go to navigation, and this is what pops up. Well, that's weird. Oh, you know what? It's because the truck was off. It's rebooting. But let me show you how cool this is. And the other, while we're waiting for it, it's booting up because I had the truck off. But okay, here's everything you got. You know, where to. Like if Prime tells you, hey, go pick up a trailer over here, they'll give you the code, and you punch in your code right there. Like I can just put Prime 1 and it'll give me directions to Prime or the code of wherever they're going. But this is the cool thing. Here's your dispatches. Going to Pilot, Performance Food, Gordon's, and then, you know, Restaurant Depot. And you just press on them. Gives you the address and everything. You tell it to get the route.
Asking for route. And
it's going to route you. Now, the other cool thing is
route.
The Qualcomm GPS, 99% of the time.
6th Avenue in 192 feet. Continue straight on to US 50.
99% of the time has the last mile as its last mile, and also takes you right to the truck gate, to where the Garmin or the Rand McNally will take you and say, okay, you have arrived, and now you have to find the truck gate. This thing takes you right to the truck gate, and a lot of times you'll see it's got a little bit different address than what's on your thing because it's taking you to the truck gate, which is, I mean, it's got some cool features that the Rand McNally and Garmin don't have. Let's see. Well, you train a guy that has long hair and 3-foot beard. Yeah, why not? I used to have long hair, and my goatee used to be down to about here. Okay, we used both Rand 740 and Garmin and bounced both of them off each other. That's what I do with these two, because they'll be a little different, and whatever one's got the better route, I take it. Even as a company driver, they've never said anything about me going out of route. Even though they told me, follow our route, as long as you hit their fuel stops, there's nobody monitoring, and apparently it doesn't warn them when you go out of route, because I've actually gone way out of route one time because the road was closed, and I had to go way around. Have you done a step-by-step video on proper trip planning? If not, you should. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of confusing because I had to hold the camera while I was trying to do it. Once I get a camera mount, I think I'll redo that video to where it makes more sense. Wait, what is like? Can you pay for training and go? If you're going to pay for training, go to an actual school. It's cheaper than Prime or any learning company. If you finish course, how much experience will it give you? You'll have, 30,000 miles experience, and you should be ready to go. But going to another company, they're gonna want you to go through their program, because you don't have. Most companies want you to have 6 months or a year before they're even going to want to hire you without going through their training. The Rand McNally and the Qualcomm. Yeah, that's what I use. I like it. Omnitrax has problems, they said, for Navigo in the slingshot class. I don't know what the slingshot class is. This my old Qualcomm, it would pretty good, man. This Qualcomm had a problem where it needed I had to just call the Prime desk and say, hey, you need to tell Road Assist to reboot my Qualcomm. After I got the last update, it hasn't given me any problems. But sometimes both the GPSs at some point in time, oh, put it this way. My Navigo system, I went off timing on my Rand McNally and thought I was going to be late to the thing, so I made them give me more time because I was sitting in a truck wash. I didn't look at how many miles my Navigo system was saying, but it was like, shoot, like 40 miles less, because then there was a new section of the U.S. highway. My Rand McNally didn't know it, so it was trying to take me way around where this took me right through. That's why I always check them both. I don't know why I didn't that day, because I wasn't going very far, probably. It's a mandatory class now for upgrading. Okay. You know what? That's, I know when I talked to leasing last time, even though I went through the lease class in Salt Lake, they said I'm going to have to do one other class because they have a new class that they just started doing. And, you know, if I would have, so now I have to do one other class, which is no big deal. Really? Now you're screwing with me, Michael. Yeah, you can smoke all the pot you want. All the pot you want. And if you're not screwing with me and you're serious, no, you can't smoke pot. If you have it and they can random drug test you at a DOT station or anytime at Prime. I first see who's got the least amount of miles. I always try to work off the Navigo first, because that's Prime's route. It's set up for Prime's route. And but if it's got more miles, a lot of more miles, like 2-3 miles more, I don't care. But I always, when it's taking me off an interstate onto U.S. highways or state highways, I always look at my Atlas, because when you get a fuel route, if you notice, they're giving you your route under there, and it says to check your Atlas for weight, you know, and all that stuff. And that's basically what gets put onto the Navigo system. So, you know, you still can't trust that that's going to be accurate. I didn't even know how to read that when I first started, because my trainer never did anything. And when I got my first load and I called my dispatcher, I'm saying, how do you turn this navigation system on? He goes, I have no idea. He goes, we gave you the route though on your fuel plan. I said, oh, okay. And I opened it up and I was like, what the hell is this gibberish? I didn't know what any of it meant. I didn't realize it's giving you the highway and the miles to your next turn and everything else. I figured that out by keep looking at it, you know, on brakes and stuff. KDS does, man. He freaking pot, little heroin, little. He takes lot lizards in his truck. And just so you guys know that you're not allowed to have lot lizards in your truck, just in case you don't know. They frown on that. All right, Michael, I thought you were messing with me, man. I was about 99.9% sure. And then I was like, what if he's not? I better tell him the truth. As a company driver, does Prime tell you how much fuel to put in? Yes. Here, I'll show you. I mean, I like showing people because it's easier. It's easier to learn it by seeing it. Not me just telling you, because telling you, sometimes it don't make sense. Okay, you do a macro 27, which is it's asking for a fuel plan, and it comes back as authorized fuel locations. And see, it's telling me pilot 303, tells you where it's at, what exit. They want me to fill the truck up, and then it gives you what the price is. They do that company or lease. You just don't have to follow it if you're lease. Like, if you're leasing and you're finishing your day up, it's Tuesday, you're going to finish, and it tells you to fill your tank. No, you don't want to do that. You want to put just enough in to finish that last run, because if you fill your tank, it's going to burn a lot of your paycheck, although it's going to reflect on next week's paycheck because you won't have to get fuel, as much fuel next week. So you're pushing that money over into next week, which you can do that if you want, but I'd rather get that paycheck that day. No wonder your wife never rides with you. Train me, son. Yeah, she don't ride with me. There's no seat, man. She have to sit on the microwave. Shut up, Katie S. Quit saying nasty shit about my wife, man. I'm gonna block your ass. She's gonna see it one day, and she's gonna block you. She's a moderator. Kid S, why would she? Oh, now you're starting that shit too? I'll block both you guys. How do you do that? Let's see. Do. You can't do it from a phone, damn it. I block you. You're just coming as a troll account as why'd you block me? That's funny, blocking people, because all they gotta do is come in as a troll account. Oh, you can from the phone? Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to. I was just wondering how you did it. I have no idea how to do it. Yeah, and see, it gives you the here, it gives you the routing too, like I was telling you. Then once you fill up, you're going to take I-35 north. I believe that means 88 miles to the I-435 east, 10 miles to the I-435 north, 9 miles. I'm not sure if those are actual miles though. I-70, I'm just guessing because like I said, I learned this myself. I-70 Presidential Highway east, 92 miles. I-70 east, I-70 east, 147 miles, 64, 70. 57, 51 miles, I-24, 308 miles, I-75, 89 miles. Yeah, I believe that's the miles, because otherwise, what are those numbers for? That wouldn't make sense. Have you had to go to New York City yet? Yeah, my first 2 weeks at Prime. Oh, wait, no, my first week at Prime, I spent it in Florida, and then 2 or 3 weeks after that, I spent it in all the northeastern states in that little area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maine, all that. They kept me up there it's like they were testing me or showing me, here, go scare yourself with all those low bridges. Now, I didn't go into New York City. I was in the outskirts, in an industrial area. Nothing happens when I press on the name. David DuPrime do Canada as well. I don't think they do. Otherwise, they probably would have asked me if I had a passport. I don't think they do. I think they might have at one time, because I thought I heard somebody say they were used to going to Canada, but I don't think they do. I don't know the answer to that one. I'm about 99% sure they don't. I think I've seen somewhere where they don't go into Canada, they're just U.S. But I've been on here 2 hours, 19 minutes, guys. I gotta go eat and hit the hay, or make something to eat and hit the hay. So I'm going to let you guys go. I basically just wanted to, come on here and say hi. I haven't been on for a couple of days. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy life. Wow. Okay, KDS.